One little guy left. Why don't you get up and do something? We're not doing too good here, Captain. Darn it. You can do it. I know you can. There we are. Try her again. Come on. Yeah, the battery is disconnected. About ready to pull the starter out. If I pull the starter out, I can get those two top bell housing bolts out very nice and easily. All right. Having lots of fun here, by the way. Good. Didn't drop any bombs. I wish I could have pushed this out the door and hooked it up and they could have just flown away. We'll just put that there for when it crashes. Side note. Don't forget that. Got them out. Whoop. Here we are. Let's see what happens here. All right, wrong direction. Let's try it this way. Sometimes this works real slick. Oh shit. Had some twist action in that one. There. So here is what I have going on here. What I can see so far is, see that arm is that amount of distance away, that one is that amount of distance away, but this one is not so much of a distance away. There we go. That one feels weird. I don't know how, you can't press it down any further. What is going on with that one? All right, let's buzz light year that thing right out of there. So when I loosened the two bolts up on that clutch finger, it sprung back up like the rest of them. So, oh boy, oh there's chunks falling out. Almost like there was a, look at that. That is missing a chunk. Some chunks hit the floor, but It's almost like there was a chunk cut where a chunk wasn't supposed to be. Clutch finger did spring back like the rest of them now. It was like there was a chunk of debris caught in between the disc and that. Pressing one side down, maybe? I don't know. Chunks of stuff hit the floor. Oh, that's very wavy. That's a metal object. That metal object, that's what took that chunk out. Where did it go? I don't know where that metal object came from. Oh, right here. See how there's those little things right there? I'm thinking, I bet you that was one of those little things at one point. Yep. Came right out of there. Then when it came out, I bet you the other thing that I heard hit the floor was the other one. So that little thing came out, and she was just pushing on the discus, pushing one of the fingers out. So yeah, she was always grabbing. Well, I'm gonna get that flywheel off and go on a little journey to the flywheel man. I think the PTO drive gear looks okay. Headed north with a load of metal here. That's nice. It is time to adjust the clutch on this beast. Here's the weaponry I'm going to use to get started. First thing is I just want this pin to move freely through that arm, which it is. I'll take it off though and just double check. Alright, so with the pedal all the way up, lever all the way down, I'm going to try to get my pin through there. I can see them off just a little bit, so I'm going to loosen my jam nut there and bring this block up a little bit so that pin can ease its way through that arm. I got my pedal link so to help me. That just keeps that arm up there. Alright. I'd say that there is good. If I wanted to make an adjustment, I would loosen the jam nut down here and then simply turn the valve. But that's good there. I'm going to move down to the bottom turnbuckle. Alright. The end result is that we want that pin to do exactly that. But what we also want is that arm to be 90 degrees from this bracket. So if you want to get super technical, you can get yourself a square and eyeball it, or you can get technical like this. And I'd say could come up a skosh, just a little bit. So to do that, we're going to loosen our jam nut there. We're going to bring it up an aggressive turn and a half, I think is what that was. Okay, so right there, we can't go up any higher, and that is because our free play adjustment isn't allowing us to do that. So if I'm making this way more complicated than it is, honestly, but if you want to get specific, what I would do then to give myself more room of travel on this arm is I would come over here, lift up this manure filled lid. We're gonna look in there, and we're looking at this guy right here, that adjustment arm, so I can see it's pretty much bottomed out. I'm thinking I actually was the one to do that, knowing that I'd come back here. So, got my jam nut loose. Anyway, I'm going to loosen it many turns, because I'll come back to that in a minute or two or three. Alright, coming back to here. Since I loosened that arm, it gave me more room of travel here. My pin is in. No, a little too much. Went a little too far. God. Barbecued chicken in July is what's going to happen here. We're going to go even more down. I guess you get more than I thought. That's pretty good. Okay, we're going to leave her there. We're going to tighten the jam nut here. If I can relocate my wrench. Yeah. Relocated the wrench, tightening the jam nut, putting my cotter key back in. That's the one. Alright, so now we're gonna adjust our free play. Right on the firewall there's a dimple, and we're gonna measure from that dimple to this arrow on the clutch. The clutch, looks like this thing might need a clutch spring, but we can still adjust it here. So if the clutch like that, we're at 4 inches. So I want my free play to be 1 1/8 inch difference, which would put it at 2 7/8. So let's see where we're at. I'm just going to bring it down till I feel resistance, which is right there. So it's at 2 1/2. So we're about 3/8 off. So then I'm going to come down here underneath my poopy cover, and I'm going to adjust this. What way am I going to go? I want to not have as much free play, so I'm going to tighten it, and I don't know, that's a good amount of turns. Let's see how much of a difference it made. We're back here. Four. Okay, so now we're at 3 1/4. So we went far too much, and that was only about 3 turns, I think. Alright, give her a couple of them. Come back up. Wow. We might have hit the nails on the heads. No, I don't think so. We're at 2 3/4. So means we're too much free play. I want to loosen the free play, so I'm gonna tighten this half a turn. Look at that. Looks like 2 7/8 to me. So then we'll come back down here, tighten my jam nut back up. Right, the next order of adjustment is to adjust the dump valve, which is right here. With the clutch all the way in, the dump valve should be out 3/8 of an inch. But that'll just get you in the ballpark. Alright, so here we are. The clutch pedal is in. We're rolling. That's a good thing. If it was not rolling, it could be that the dump valve is out of adjustment. So anyway, clutch pedal is in. The light is on. We're gonna let the clutch out a little right there. Light is out. Tractor is not rolling because clutches are engaged. Push the pedal in, lights on. Right when the tractor starts moving, when the clutches are engaged, the lights should go out. Which, that seems to be the case here. So, the dump valve is adjusted properly. We don't even have to monkey with it. Now I'm going to adjust the transmission brake. So what the transmission brake does is it allows you to go into gear because it's applying a brake to the transmission. So to test that, we push the clutch in, wait 3 seconds, should pop right in. That might be adjusted too tight. Nope, that's right there. That's exactly how you want it. I think we have a fully adjusted clutch and dump valve. That's good. Let's see how she pulls. Oh, she's pulling. Oh yeah. That's good. Giving her all the beans. Sweet. Mission accomplished here.